Okay, so for these when we're finding the inverse and we're supposed to graph, so the easiest thing to do is to just take we don't have to actually find the equation of the inverse, that would be a different question. This is literally just draw that line and then the inverse on the same axis. So we have this function, and I'm just going to make a really simple table. When x is 0, that drops out, y is 1. When x is 1, negative 3 times 1 would be negative 3 plus 1, so negative 2. So that is my 2 points that I need to get my original line, this function right here, drawn. So let me go over here and scoot this over so I can see what I just did. So when x is 0, y is 1. Do this with the mouse. X is 0, y is 1. And then when x is 1, y is negative 2. So there's our y-intercept at 1, and then our slope of negative 3. It's going over 1 and down 1, 2, 3 for our negative. So then to do the inverse, super easy. If this is f of x, then f inverse x is just the exact same thing, but with the x's and y's reversed. So instead of going through 0, 1, it's going to go through 1, 0. Instead of going through 1, negative 2, it's going to go through negative 2, 1. So then for my second one over here, when x is 1, y is 0, right there. And when x is negative 2, y is 1. Oops, positive 1. And now you can see if I drew a line diagonally right there through the origin and through the corners, and then if you could like fold that piece of paper up like when you're cutting out like hearts or something for Valentine's Day when you're a kid, these two would sit right on top of each other, and that's exactly what it should have. It should have symmetry around that line, y equals x. But in terms of getting it graph the easy one, and even if it had me find the inverse, it would have been a much harder looking problem than this to graph. I would still just graph the easiest one and then flip the points for the second